Okay, Malika, I see the fit and a little Dre interview. Good stuff. Can't wait to see that. Sticking with Golden State, the Warriors are 12-0 this season when Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, Moses Moody, Brandon Podziemski all start. The Warriors are also 18-2 this season when Curry and Butler both play. Yesterday, Stephen A. had this to say about Steph Curry. Take a listen, y'all.
I believe that the greatest fear factor that exists in the NBA is Steph Curry. When that brother steps, Molly, when he steps past half court, you're scared. Where's he at? Who got him? When this brother is on, there is no one in the NBA that scares you more than 37-year-old Steph Curry. Nobody.
You know who I'm looking at for this? You agree with him? Who is the most feared player in the NBA? Is it Steph?
I wouldn't go far and say it's Steph Curry. Listen, he's very respectable. Everyone knows Steph Curry, if not the best point guard that ever played the game, right? Mm-hmm. But I gotta disagree with you right there. And you know who I'm gonna go to? And I know this not gonna be your favorite, but I'm gonna talk about number 2 over there with the Clipper Nation, baby. I'm going with Kawhi.
You got to be crazy.
I'm going with Kawhi Leonard.
You just
and the reason why, and the reason why is because Kawhi healthy is a total different player.
God.
A total different player. And we talking about offensively. We talking offensively. Yes, Steph Curry is definitely.
Give me the ball. Take the ball from you.
Listen, offensively, Steph Curry. Listen, you know you have to 3-4 guys have to be on him. But Kawhi Leonard, offensively. Defensively, you don't want him even near the ball. They're going to sort out Steph Curry defensively, and we both know that. We both know that Steph is definitely a liability on defense. We know that. So we're going to have to build your game plan around protecting him defensively. Kawhi Leonard, offensively, defensively, and the way he carries teams.
Something wrong with you, Marcus.
When he's healthy, it's the best player to be feared of. The most player to be feared of.
Marcus has had you've had a killer first day.
I'm sorry to say it.
And you've been fantastic.
You had to have one L. You couldn't go undefeated today. You had to take an L. That take is an L. I mean, he is
horrible.
And especially on the strength that you just came back from downplaying Nikola Jokic into Kawhi Leonard.
I didn't downplay him. You said top 20. We talking about the top.
Why didn't you respond?
I told you what
the answer was, and I thought I was only going to go at Stephen A. for saying Steph is the most feared. The answer was the guy we just talked about. Perk, you know I'm right. It's Nikola Jokic. That is a guy who can win a series on his own.
You're ridiculous.
SGA strikes more fear than
And so can Kawhi Leonard. Outside of injuries, so can Kawhi Leonard.
Can you say outside of injuries?
We have to, because injuries is a part of the game.
Okay. Particularly his game. A huge part of his game. It's like his secret weapon.
Listen, I don't have Perk right now. I can try to make it happen.
Forget Perk. Let him say, I don't need him.
It's okay.
Stay right where you are.
I'm right there.
Stay right where you are. Stay right where you are. It don't matter whether it's here, whether it's here. You going around. Where the hell is he at? What's going on? This is Steph Curry that we are talking about. The minute this brother steps past half court, does he have a limit? Does he have a range that you can definitively look at and say he ain't gonna make that shot? He can literally step past half court, pull up, and you are fearful. This is the one guy, Molly. Hold on. This is the one guy. This is what Steph Curry does. How many times in our lives watching an NBA game have we seen defenders try to block a shot, miss, and say, "Oh, damn," and there you go. You fought one of them, which makes what you said even worse. You got to be Kawhi Leonard. Oh, my God.
What did Perk just say to you, though? You only focus on one side of the ball. Perk just said that to you.
I'm talking about fear.
Yeah.
So a guy,
and it's fear.
I'm not taking away from Kawhi being elite as a defender once upon a time.
Offensive player too. Offensive player too.
He's the brother big time. Yeah. Kawhi Leonard when healthy is big time.
I'm happy to just hear you say that part. I'm happy to hear you say that part.
I only get on him about his lack of availability. That's it. But when you have a guy you have to keep your head on a swivel. When you have guys like J.R. Smith on social media telling stories about how Matthew Dellavedova had to be hospitalized and oxygenated because he had to guard Steph Curry. When you see and hear stories of cats and how they take some time to recover, or they dread covering them because of his conditioning, his movement without the basketball, and his marksmanship, the combination of the three. No, what in God's name scares an opponent more than something like
But
that?
let me ask you a question. Over the course of a series, as we get to the playoffs, are you going to fear Steph in the same way you'll feel other players? Because tonight, I'll tell you who hasn't feared Steph, the Lakers, who are attempting to sweep the Warriors tonight to end that season series.
Okay.
So over the course of a series, can Steph Curry still be that guy that can put the team on his back and win a series?
You're talking about production. I'm talking about ability and the fear factor that comes with, oh my God, if this guy gets hot. Let's look at the Memphis Grizzlies the other night. Did you see their face when he hit the 5 3-pointers in the first half? Did you see them? They're like this.
Are we surprised anymore?
But what I'm saying is that I'm not talking about what others can do. I'm talking about the way he does it. The combination of his conditioning, his movement, and his marksmanship. There is nothing that scares somebody more like, oh my God, I got to cover this dude. Is somebody going to help me? We got to cover him by committee. I can't be running around chasing him all day. He'll hospitalize people just off of that alone. This is what we're talking about. How can Kawhi Leonard? Oh my God, Kawhi Leonard.
You think people are staying up all night?
I'm standing on it.
Oh my God.
I'm standing on it.
You gonna stand on it?
I'm standing on it.
That's your teammate.
I'm standing on it. And I see the work that he put in every day, and I know the love that he had for this game. Kawhi Leonard is on that court.
Okay.
Marcus, let me ask you this. If I polled all the coaches in the NBA and the top players, who would they say? If I took a consensus of everyone. Take both of you out of it.
I'm talking about players.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Uh-huh. Go ahead, man. What's up?
Steph Curry. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't lie to you, baby. I can't.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about here. It's Steph Curry.
Steph Curry.
It's Steph Curry we're talking about here.
But
is there a little fear for SGA?
I feel like,
There's got to be some fear for SGA.
No, I'm not. Respect and a healthy fear, sure. But I'm just talking. I'll use the word petrified.
You mean dread. You're talking about dread.
Listen. In the first quarter,
we know what
if Steph Curry rolls out, let's just say for the sake of argument, first quarter he rolls out, he hits 3 3-pointers. You're like, oh, damn. And you're looking. Remember years ago, college basketball, give you a college basketball moment. Duke is playing Georgia Tech. Kenny Anderson, Lethal Weapon 3, Dennis Scott, Brian Oliver, and the boys. And Kenny Anderson comes down and he just dances on Bobby Hurley. And he danced on them, put a move, laid it in. Dick Vitale's going crazy. Oh my God, he's a PTP. All of this other stuff. Bobby Hurley ran to Krzyzewski's the time. He ran to Hurley to Coach K crying because Kenny Anderson was putting it on him like that. I'm still using that as an example to point out.
I get it.
Steph Curry can make an opponent like that.
Okay, he agreed with you.
You're damn right.
So let me ask you this, Marcus. Is Steph
you asked me about the players.
Is Steph really the answer? You just felt like we need to put some respect on Kawhi's name. Because I agree with you. We do need to put some respect on Kawhi's name on the show. And I'm looking at you. Yes, I am.
I do respect Kawhi Leonard.
Steve, stop talking.
The player. Not the one that's not available for 15 of the last 19 playoff games.
Last time I checked, I'm clear on your position. Okay, so you're saying the players, Steph Curry, and what about the coaches?
Yeah, it's a lot of that go into the game planning, right? Like I said earlier in the beginning when I talked about stuff. On the offensive side, very feared. On the defensive side, a liability with other teams, right? If I'm going into, let's see how we can get our easiest basket. I'm going at Steph Curry, right? Yeah. But you know what he's going to do on the opposite end. But now you have to defend. We have to kind of get him a little bit tired, right? A guy like Kawhi Leonard, you staying away from Kawhi. If that guy has the ball and Kawhi Leonard's on him, they're calling for the screen. We're getting Kawhi out the picture completely, right? And that's on both sides of the ball.
Not to mention the fear.
Completely. They don't even want Kawhi on whoever it is. If
they
it's
respect Kawhi,
come get the ball
scared of him offensively.
I'm talking about both sides. You are scared of him offensively. Scared.
Oh my God.
Scared. Healthy Kawhi Leonard. You are scared.
You got to be kidding
me. That's Michael Jordan healthy. You getting flashes of him up 23 when he's healthy. And Perk said it just as well as I said it. Kawhi, Jordan.
Flashes of Jordan.
Guys, he hasn't been healthy.
I never had that flash.
Jordan.
I never had that
flash. Are you crazy?
No, he's a great player.
Are you crazy?
The most fear Kawhi strikes is in his teammates that he won't be available.
Are you crazy? When he's available, take out when he's not available.
But he's still never made me feel Jordan. He's incredible.
Huh?
I'll never take away
Toronto. You didn't watch Kawhi that much.
No, I'll never take away.
Big time.
You can't.
The Toronto
fade away.
He's big time. Kawhi Leonard.
You telling me he doesn't have flashes of Michael Jordan? Are you crazy?
Jordan?
Your man Perk said it a few times. It's not just coming from me. You have somebody backing that up.
Argue with you
Kawhi
about that?
Jordan is what he said.
Because you know who else gives me flashes of Jordans?
Anthony Edwards.
So I got it. Okay.
For sure.
If I give it to him, I can give it to a two-time champion. That's Kawhi Leonard. Okay. Okay. Flashes.
Flashes.
Okay.